Clips.
Alrighty, YouTube's another one of Kip's Clips. So, I've been thinking about... Well, I talked about what I like to do, share my experiences in and outside the cult, and my journey through the whole thing, and trying to genuinely and honestly, objectively look at myself. I mean, Jam Noise mentioned this, and to try and observe what you're doing, and it's worthwhile doing that in the present as well as the past, and it's observing and looking at myself and how I acted and what I was doing and how I was acting that way, and what led me to behave that way in the past that's making me act like this in the present. Because it's made me come to the honest conclusion that it's a very cult-like environment. It's deliberately set up that way so you can't question the leaders. They're unquestionable, they're untouchable, and thus allows them to become a focus point of a lot of energy, let's say. So, one of the things, and I want to talk about what made me realise what I was participating in was negative for me. It might be positive for other people. I'm not here to talk about others. I'm talking about what I observed when I look back on what was happening. And I'll stay a bit vague for obvious reasons, but I'll talk about what happened. So there came a point when somebody was in my life that I was like, oof. And how can I say this? And I knew they were very dear to me and stuff, and I really I thought they were intelligent and very thought out and stuff. And long story short, they made a few observations about my interactions with the YouTube and the whole conspiracy world and stuff like that, and it made me think about the whole setup and stuff, it took this one person to make me see, and this wasn't the first person that said this stuff to me, but it was the first person that was like, well, hold on, they're definitely not a fat, hairy Illuminati spider. And the penny started to drop that the people that had said the similar stuff to me before in the past, there might have been some merit to what they said, and it wasn't just because they didn't understand me, because that was my first realisation of the cult-like mentality of believing that the YouTube and people online and the communities that you find solace in and stuff have your best interests at heart more than your genuine friends and family on terra firma. And when they say to you that here, hold on, that kind of stuff that that might be taking up large portions of your life, that might be having a negative effect. You're like, no. You blame them for not understanding, they're brainwashed, they watch too much TV, this, that and the other, rather than considering it for a second. And then what happens is you have drastic, well, I don't know, this is what happened to me, drastic change of behaviour and attitude and stuff. You know, the things you used to enjoy or get simple enjoyments out, you no longer got enjoyment out of. Oh, I can't watch the TV, the cult's told me it'll kill me. Imagine the internet convincing you that fucking, here, don't watch the TV, watch the internet. Imagine my surprise when the internet programmed me to do that. Right, so this is drastic change of behaviour for me. The simple enjoyment of watching a football game, oh, bin that. Alex Jones told me it's all bread and circuses. I can't enjoy that anymore. Too busy fighting the New World Order. So these are drastic changes of behaviour that happened to me, as well as changes in attitude and stuff like that. the change of attitude, the way you would go out in the street and you would see the police as some sort of a fucking way of having confrontation and shit like that, or feel like they're watching you, or helicopters are following you. Drastic changes in behaviour and attitude, right? This happened to me. In hindsight, fucking very drastically. Now, it happens more to some and less to others. I would say to me it was a wee bit less, but when I look back at me at my most bull deep in the Truth or Industrial Complex cult, whew, it's acting batshit crazy. I was walking about like thought my mobile phone was some sort of a weapon. I'll film you. You know what I mean? Walking about, filming fucking... Oh, God, when I think about it. The videos are still up, man. And they will always remain up. So, it took somebody to tell me... and they didn't tell me, actually. They weren't like, oh, here, hold on. They weren't aggressive. It was... They communicated with me beautifully, which made me sit back and consider what they said for a second. And then I realised, right... Oh, and what I would argue as well is like I'm not anti-online or anti-building communities or friendships or with people anything online. What I'm trying to say is there's negative pitfalls that you can fall into. Like, let's say, for example, you bounce up into this information at a point in your life where you're very low, right? Some would say depressed. I'm not a doctor. White t-shirt again. I'm no authority. It's a white t-shirt, not a white coat, right? But you're very down in the dumps or whatever, right? And then you find solace in fucking, I don't know, other people that are down in the dumps, right? And then it becomes a big group of everybody that's down in the dumps. Now, that might be great for people finding like somebody to chat to and share experiences and stuff, right? That's great. And listen again, I'm no authority. I'm just saying what I've witnessed myself from my own personal experience, and it'd be very easy to just fall into a pattern of just fucking always constantly finding solace in people, never putting yourself outside your comfort zone, just finding solace in this well-known wee group, everybody that just fucking, everybody's cool in the hood, and it can just turn into like, how can you say it? It's not so much negative or anything, but it's like fucking. Sometimes it'll keep you down. Sometimes it'll keep you down in the dumps instead of fucking showing you here. Hold on, you can actually, hey, you're down in the dumps now. It won't always be that way. There is actually some fucking light at the end of the tunnel, but hopefully that makes some sense. And that's what's happened to me through this journey. I had a drastic change. Fucking hell, I'm still a complete different person as to when I fucking fell down that rabbit hole. And I'm not endorsing or dissing this book. It's just something that popped up that I thought better than me just in the big screen. But before I fell down the rabbit hole, even to this fucking, I realised I'm a drastically different person. And I'd imagine it'd be the same for others. In fact, I know it's the same for others because they write comments and stuff and go, here, hold on, that shit's resonating with me. And when I look back at the drastic change of behaviour, that's one thing that's very, that's one thing that people use to denote somebody that's joined a cult. You know, they'll go and join a cult. Their behaviour will change drastically, their circle of friends will change, where they go changes, who they speak to, the language they speak. That's pretty much what happens when you fall into that truther shit. And I'm sorry, man, I would love to go down to a fucking far-right Tommy Robinson fascist march when he gets 14,000 people out in the street, survey them all, and see how many of them are Darren Osborned up on the social medias, all getting propagandised with this fucking Islamophobia shit to fucking cause a fucking clash of cultures. Crazy. Now, that's why Tommy Robinson started a cult. It's a fascist cult. And you can't question it. If you question the fascist cult, you're a fucking you're a Muslim cock-sucking pedo. Pretty sure I've been called that. And then when you fucking go like that, when you're getting called these names by fucking scary folks that will go to any lengths to fucking just, I don't know, get people to hate you. Then when you go like that, here, I've now came to the fucking mindset where I'm not too fond of what's coming out in this way of vigilante justice. Whether it be Tommy Robinson putting bounties on people's fucking heads, or paedophile hunting groups. And of course, me asking questions about this, especially about the paedophile hunting groups, I must be a paedophile now that's scared of them, that's why I'm doing this or something. And that's unfortunately the fucking low IQ thinking that people have to fucking deal with. And that's why some people are like, oh, hold on, you're going to accuse somebody of paedophilia? Let's do a fucking proper process here. Some people, because otherwise, if you get fucking pitchfork fucking justice for that shite, it might be well too easy to frame some poor bastard because he doesn't like Tommy Robinson. Right, so I'm sorry if I actually have a wee fucking sort of an extra level of fucking thinking about this shit and not just, oh, paedophiles, get them! Fucking donuts out there, man, unfortunately. Anyway, I digress. So there you have it, man. Maybe you're still in the fucking process of pure. I don't know. That's all I can say. I had a mega drastic change in behaviour because of shit I watched on YouTube, and that's the reality. So much so, because of shit I watched on YouTube, ended up spending a month in remand. Barrel, the worst prison in UK. Even Grant Mitchell from EastEnders, Ross Kemp, there's his name. Back in my head there, told me so. Anyway, so I don't know, and if and people think it's harsh talking in this manner about this stuff. It's harsh to lose fucking personal relationships because you're in this shite. When I'm talking about experiences for myself, it's harsh. It's harsh to see people you genuinely actually give a fuck about because you like their personality, not what conspiracies they like. You know, that's how I have a friendship. You want to be my friend? Do you believe in? No, it's kind of like what you do is you I don't know, you kind of like somebody's overall personality. Anyway, maybe that's just me craziness. So, thumbs up, share it on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all the good stuff. Leave all your comments, good, bad, ugly, and indifferent. I will read and respond to as many as I can. And remember what I do here, it's digital busking. Everything's available and accessible free of charge. I hope to do such a good job that people will find value in what I do and consider using the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. And a mega thanks to everybody in the Patrons. Catherine, thank you. Down below. Forgot what I was saying there, but anyway, I think I've said it all. Alrighty, YouTubes, thanks for listening. Catches. Kips Clip.